Hey guys, welcome back to Canine Training, and in today's video I'm going to bring you along for the journey of me transforming a dog's terrible pulling into perfect heel walking in just one session. So I've got one day with Ronnie, and the main problems that we want to address first of all is how terrible he is on a lead. You can see just how atrocious his pulling is. We're going to work on his pulling. We then want to crate train him so we can give him a space to go inside the house, keep him and the baby calm, separate, and give the owners a bit of peace of mind. And then ideally just some potential obedience. Now most people see me working with the large powerful giant breeds, and they're all very scary looking, and very, as much as that might be impressive to watch, the reality is that so many people are experiencing those same incredibly frustrating, challenging behaviours, but with dogs much smaller. And there seems to be this weird discrepancy between smaller dogs and bigger dogs, and kind of what's applicable and appropriate between the two. The process and the principle is exactly the same, and today we just want to dive straight into some heel work transformation. Now ideally I would like to do anytime I'm doing a heel walk transformation, I like to do my 7-day to perfect heel walking protocol with a dog. Got to get it addressed quickly, and I've got to get it addressed today. So we're going to try kind of blasting through all of that really quickly. We're going to do my engagement tune up, because the biggest problem, as you can see, is just all over the place. No engagement. He's filled with anxiety. He's living in just a constant mode of almost being in a perpetual panic attack, of just incredibly high energy, not getting enough exercise because he's just miserable to walk, which therefore sends his energy higher. He's not looking anywhere for guidance and direction, no structure, rules, boundaries or leadership, which is confusing, frustrating, and then it's just a whirlwind of bad behaviours coming out of it. So in this tune-up drill, I'm going to address that. I'm going to give him some leadership really quickly. I'm going to insist that he has to look up to me for guidance and direction. I'm going to utilise some basic corrections to be able to help me do that, and you'll watch that unfold. So then we're not going to waste any time. I'm going to try and obviously make sure I'm giving Ronnie my undivided attention, but I also want to try and help as many of you guys watching along, so I'll try and host and talk through what I'm doing. I've swapped out to my trusty slip lead, and we're going to dive straight into my tune-up drill. Now, like I say, I want to give Ronnie my attention, so I'm not going to do too much hosting to camera as I do this. But what I'm going to be doing is a variety of different directional changes, and what is going to happen, I can guarantee it because of how atrocious his pulling is when I make a directional turn, he's not going to be in tune with me. Hey guys, so at this stage in the video, for some reason, for the next minute or so, we had a technical issue with the microphones. So we're going to do a bit of voiceover. I'm going to talk through exactly what I was talking about in the video, and then we'll cut back to the live audio when the microphones pick back up. So at this stage, I'm just getting ready to build up to doing the first couple of repetitions, and I'm letting you guys understand the importance of how I'm going to communicate to Ronnie that when he's not in tune with me, and he's not following my ebb and flow and working with me so that we're in sync working as a team, I've got to come in and just let him know, hey, that isn't acceptable. I need you to be looking up to me for guidance and direction. And when you look up to me for guidance and direction, all the best things possible are going to happen. But we have to help him understand that. And because of the situation he's in, we need to do that as quickly and efficiently as possible. So we start off, and again, straight away, no guidance and direction. So I provide a little bit of lead pressure with a little bit of a correction, just to say, hey, no, that's not how we behave anymore. I need you to be in sync with me and follow my guidance and direction. Hey guys, sorry to quickly interrupt the video. I just wanted to take a quick minute to talk about the fact that I know from my experience of the thousands of cases that I've helped work with that I can make this process look really easy, and you might be struggling with it not being so easy at home. And that is why I created my 7 days to perfect heel walking course. It's a brand new course. You might be interested in it. If you are, there'll be a link in the description box below. It'll allow you to replicate the same level of success I can do quickly, just over 7 days. So it's not so much of a rush for you and much easier for you to follow the step-by-step directions. But without further ado, let's get straight back to the video and carry on where we were. Good boy. Good. Let's go. Yes, good. So with just the act of one correction, it's allowed us to, this is beautiful, it happens in seconds. Let's go. So he was a bit slow on the uptake there. This one, he's come out a bit in front of me. Good. Good. So you're starting to see now, he's kind of checking in on me. He's starting to engage and look to me for guidance and direction. And already I'm on I'm barely even holding the lead. He's a Cocker Spaniel. I'm never going to ask him to be not bothered by the chickens that are literally a few metres that way, or the sheep and the lambs that are bleating in the field, one field over. But I do want him to be not riddled with anxiety and fear. And that anxiety and fear is starting to go because he's now starting to be aware that I'm in charge of this situation. Now, with the addition of adding in some left-hand turns and some right-hand turns, you saw that he's now much better in tune with me because he doesn't want me to trip over him. I always talk about it might seem like a bit of a strange analogy, but it's like a dance. When you're in sync with a dog, it's like you're dancing together, but you're dancing silently with no music and no communication. And that's what this drill does. Come in, I've really quickly provided him some leadership and let him know I'm in charge now. We've now built a relationship, but the reason that he's now starting to become so much more relaxed and happy is because that relationship is built on my calm, assertive, confident leadership. So he's now happier because I've come in and said I'm in charge, and he's gone, oh, thank you. I've waited all my life for somebody to come in and take charge. So he's really happy. And now we're in that process of communicating and we're teaching that dance. And that's all we're now going to go and do. We're going to work on this. We're going to keep drilling it. And you're going to find, and you'll watch that we can, let's go. And again, look how I'm not rushing. I'm walking at my speed, but with one finger. And because I'm in charge, I've come in and let him know, hey, I'm in charge. We can do this dance at my speed and relaxed. Again, I'm not a kind of guy that likes competition levels of heel where they're like glued to my side looking up. I just want them to be loose lead and in tune with me so that when I say, hey, let's go, boom, he's on it, he's sharp. Yes, where are we going? Now, this has only been a few minutes, but the difference from literally 5-10 minutes ago to now is the kind of stuff that will change this dog's life, and it will change the owner's life. And it all is built on that foundation of calm leadership that builds wonderful relationship that then builds effortless communication. And that's what we're now doing. I'm now communicating effortlessly with him. Even while I'm hosting a video to you guys, I'm still having the ability to communicate to him with nothing more than the tension on this lead. Now he's getting a bit out. Let's go. Good. A little bit past my comfort zone, but because I want to cut across. So you see how we're almost dancing. He's respecting this space. It's almost like I've got a force field, and when I come into it, he respects that force field. That's incredibly natural for a dog. Now, a dog that doesn't respect my leadership won't respect that very natural force field that left-hand turn provides. So that's what, let's go. Good. So when I do a right-hand turn, obviously I'm not using my force field because he's on this side. So for him to be in tune in a right-hand turn, he has to be watching. So that one I wasn't happy about. And again, just with a little, I'm talking a finger, just letting him know, hey, nope, I'm in charge of this walk, you're following me. Because the minute he makes that decision, now I'm following him, and that's not acceptable. And that's why we're able to have such high levels of success. So again, watch this left hand, look at that force field. But he's not doing it, he's not terrified, he's not fearful, he's respectful. And respect is a very powerful tool, it's a very powerful thing, and it's something that I want you guys to be able to have. Now, I talked about earlier in the start of this video around my 7-day to heel protocol, that with dogs that I've got more time with, we do a lot of free shaping with positive reinforcement. We lure, cue, mark the behaviours to really kind of help do it in a more positive way as possible. And then we build up to add in these kind of tune-up drills and what we call kind of the dance of heel. We add that in as kind of time goes on. You guys see me do this, and I'm very aware that it's why I actually don't put many of these transformations on, because I actually find that sometimes it looks really impressive and it can make me look really good as a dog trainer or a behaviorist, but actually in terms of helping you guys, it can be quite counterproductive because it can seem overwhelming if you're not able to get the same results so quickly, because you kind of come and want to do the drill part of it, and the tune up and the move in and the left hand turns and the right hand, and it's not quite working, and then you get frustrated and you go, oh, but it works so well for Will, why doesn't it work so well for me? Because of calm, consistent leadership. So it's the way you carry yourself, the way you communicate with a dog. They're the bits that I really want you to focus on. That's the umbrella, that's the higher art, that's the kind of higher picture, the macro to the micro. Heel walk in a dog, let's go. A dog that will walk this nice and be this in tune with me is the micro. That's the result. This is what happens when you achieve the macro of calm, consistent leadership. So if there's one thing I want you to take away from this video is, yes, you can do this. 100%. That's what that course is there to help you with. But the way you'll be able to achieve it so fast and brilliantly is through calm, consistent leadership. And those people that say that leadership's cruel, that it's an old school practice, that it's all nonsense. Dogs love it, they thrive on it, they want it, they need guidance and direction. Otherwise, you're forcing your dog into a state of fear and anxiety because they have nobody to look up to, because there's nobody that's taking that leadership duty and responsibility. Be that leader for your dog, and be that leader because you love them. The reason I do that for these dogs is because I love this dog. And because we're now building this relationship, the crate training is going to go easy, and we'll do a video on that. His threshold door manners and jumping up will address that super quick. All the obedience stuff that we're going to work on to help him be able to be a wonderful family dog, even with a newborn, is going to go really well and really quick. But the reason it's going to go so well is because I've just come in and I've really quickly, assertively, calmly, from a place of love, taken control, because I love this dog and I want the best for him. So if you love your dogs the way I know that you do, lead your dogs, because leadership is love.